Hello and welcome to Belethane Tarot Card Readings. This is a new channel, although I've been reading cards for a really long time. This is the first time I've actually used this platform, mostly because of current circumstances. So wish me luck, and please, if this resonates for you, please like and subscribe and share. And if it doesn't, then there's other really cool card readers online, and certainly you can check them out. There's a lot of worthwhile people here. Um, Everybody has their own way and their own style. Please leave a comment, and I will be sure to read it. Your comments are really appreciated. I'm going to start by saying that I pulled a rune, uh, and I start every reading with a rune. And this rune is about obstacles. And so what it's telling me is that Cancerians, the Moonchild, is currently facing some obstacles in their life, and that they um, are at a stagnation due to these obstacles because they're not really sure which way to go and what to do. And sometimes the best thing, the best way to deal with obstacles is actually to do nothing. However, we're hoping that the reading will clarify what these obstacles are. So as I said, this is a general reading now for Cancer, the Moonchild, and let's see what we have for the Moonchild. The Moonchild. All right. Oh yeah, started off with the Two of Earth and the Two of Fire. So it's a lot of twos, which is very indicative of a bit of duality in one's life. Too many things going on, maybe at the same time. Um, a sense of having choices and not knowing what choices to make. Um, with the Two of Earth, particularly, we have a lot that's going on, and it's putting you in uh, in almost like a stalemate position. You're just needing to find balance because there are choices that are going to need to be made. So these choices are coming, which is also in line with your rune. And then it's also covered by the Two of Fire. So it's indicating that you're about to make a decision, but not really 100% sure. But because it's the Two of Fire, it's telling me that you have a strong desire to forge forward and forge forward right now. However, because of its position where it's crossing you as opposed to the Two of Earth, which is covering you, the Two of Fire is saying to me, now's not the time for this action, but the time is coming. The Six of Earth is also here, and it's telling me that, if over the next little while, you're going to feel like all these new opportunities are coming at you, and also causing you to feel um, a little bit confused, but at the same time, these opportunities are looking like really promising. There's extra money, possibly a raise in pay, a new career opportunity, and a time of prosperity. The base of the matter, or the surprise, I like to call it, is suggesting that even though it looks like all these great things are happening, you're in, as the rune suggests, in a stalemate position. You're in this moment in time where you don't know what to do. And that's actually kind of surprising you here with the Seven of Earth. It's like you your your seeds are planted. This is a temporary pause, or a temporary setback, but don't let that sway you away from your goals, um, and or the direction that you're going. Make your decisions, but just know that it's just don't fly in there And that's kind of anti-Cancerian, to be honest with you, but it is saying that, be more sure-footed, which is the typical uh, Cancerian way. Is that they like to be sure-footed, but they're not wanting to. And with the choices that are coming up, you know, this is a time when it's really important to be disciplined and hold on to your willpower, because with the dreamer just ahead and taking that leap of faith and following your dreams with all these unexpected opportunities, it's very good to take action at the most opportune time. So it is a time of self discipline and willpower. With the High Priestess and the Three of Water over here, it's suggesting that you use your intuition in guiding you, because it's showing me or telling me that you're very intuitive and right now feeling in a powerful position. And in this powerful position, it's saying take your steps, but do them calculated. Um, so calculated steps are not high risk, but they are in many ways the best way to go forward. Um, and then I think at that time you'll start to celebrate uh, some new beginnings, when you finally feel that you're more sure-footed, um, and you go through this like temporary pause to sort of reevaluate everything. You're really seeking. This is kind of an anti-Cancerian reading, really, because it's kind of telling me that right now you're trying to be objective. You're really trying to clean out your closets. You're really trying hard to um, get security and situated in your life, but from a very logical perspective, from a logical point of view. And it's, I guess that at the end of the day, this is a highly career oriented um, card reading, and it's telling me that you have a lot of really good skills, and they're finally going to be rewarded, and there's not that feeling that you're continuously being overlooked. So your outcome here is that um, you could be looking at a promotion or a raise in pay, or just being noticed for um, some really good um, skills, or it could also mean that you're going to further your education. So that is uh, the general reading. Let's do a little bit of clarifying. Clarify what's on top of you here. There's your opportunities again. What's interesting is that this is lining up with your cards here, because um, the Five of Cups is definitely a card where you're feeling a little bit unsure about the future. And then you have the Eight of Wands, which is could be indicative of travel, but it's also a card that suggests that there are opportunities kind of coming out of the woodwork all at one time, and you feeling this uh, incredible sense of wanting to nip it in the bud and go for it. But the cards, again, just like the rest, are saying be patient. With that Temperance card, be patient. This is not the time of action. This is the time for calculated steps. Clarifying the Six of Earth. That's cards flying all over the place here. Too many. So we'll put those back in the deck. So on the Six of Earth, we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Sun. So that is lining very much with the Six of Earth. That's the card where Um, there's generosity of spirit, uh, prosperity, new opportunities. The sun is the sun is the most amazing card in the deck, and that's telling me that no matter what's coming down the pipe, and the advice that the cards are saying to take your time, you have some very wonderful opportunities coming up. The Nine of Pentacles for me is a card of overall wealth, wealth of the heart, wealth of the soul, financial security, and the Four of Wands um, is indicative of a happy marriage, happy contented life. Um, so this is a beautiful aspect there that's crowning you. And to surprise you, what will surprise you, the Moonchild? What will surprise you? Well, again, with the Knight of Wands there, which is also a fire, this is a lot of quick action, a lot of news coming your way, and dramatic changes. The Death card, the Knight of Wands, and the King of Pentacles falling on the Seven of Earth. So your seeds are planted. You are feeling a little more methodical and thinking about um, taking these steps from a different point of view. Uh, what's going to surprise you is how things are kind of rushing towards you, and definitely a sense of transformation happening in your life. So we have the Page of Cups, Three of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands on the Chariot. So again, change is happening. Um, the there's lots of quick action and news all over your cards here. And then there's consider your steps carefully, do everything with an open heart, follow your intuition, because at the end of the day, these changes are also creating choices. And it's the choices that are scaring you a little bit. So again, when you have the Six of Pentacles on the Dreamer, oops, dropping some cards, sorry. Clarifying the Dreamer. The Dreamer, for anyone who doesn't know, is the Fool. And what it's saying is things are coming full circle. So I feel that there's a lot of endings and a lot of new beginnings, and it's creating some challenges. Um, you're feeling a little unsure about yourself, but these cards are indicating that sometimes it's good to take a chance, but it's okay to also take calculated chances. So be patient, but mostly be patient with yourself, more more so than be patient with other people. We have the High Priestess. What do we have here? Your cards are amazingly career oriented. I really feel if I were to say I was doing a personal reading for somebody, I would say this. Um, you've been probably feeling a little overlooked now for a period of time. It feels as though just as you're taking two steps forward, you take one back. You feel that you're being overlooked for promotions, or that you haven't gotten the raise of pay that you've been expecting. And the cards are saying that you know, to some degree, it's saying that you don't want to move on because there's an underlying fear. And at the same time, the cards are saying that it is really good to take those chances. Though I think for most of you, this is about taking new and exciting chances, but feeling some hesitation, some fear, um, and feeling that you're afraid you're putting your life at risk. But what the cards are indicating is that it's okay to do this from a from the point of view of being calculated, taking risks that are more calculated instead of um, sitting in the same thing over and over again. It seems to me like if you make these changes, there's so much excitement. I mean, we have to remember that the sun is crowning you here. I mean, such a beautiful card with the Nine of Pentacles. It's just a lot of wonderful opportunities, and yet it's clouded by this fear of transformation, wanting to take action and then kind of pulling yourself back. Uh, but there's there's so much to look forward to, and there's so much potential that I think that it's a disservice to yourself um, to not take those steps forward. At least be guided by your intuition and listen to your intuition and your heart. And what does that tell you? Because I think that if you're paying attention, it's telling you that what's the point of staying where you are and being stuck if you're not truly happy? And maybe that's the key to getting unstuck, is looking at what it is that sometimes we have to take a chance and then find our happiness in those chances. There's a strong sense um, of celebration here, and what it's telling me is that even though you're a little bit afraid, um, I do think that a part of that is your own mind playing tricks on you because you're kind of committed to playing it safe. You're kind of committed to this security or sense of security that you think you have, even though it doesn't make you happy. You're kind of sticking to that, and you're tired of playing it safe. So it looks to me like you're going to take on a brand new energy and start moving forward and manifesting these changes. I think it's almost as though the underlying part of you, it has been manifesting these changes because of a sense of unhappiness that you've been living, which is almost like living a lie. And, it's telling me that uh, these changes that are coming that you're somewhat afraid of, that you want, but you want to just jump in there, but at the same time you're afraid. And the cards are saying, think about it, think about it, think about it. But it was you that manifested this. Your subconscious mind knows that the changes are really, really necessary in order for you to be happy. So the Queen of Air here is covered by the Devil, the Hangman, and the Judgment. And what I think is, again, there's this sense that I'm just going to use the words. I think you're married to uh, to this commitment that you made. I'm not suggesting a marriage as in married to another human being. It's married to the commitment that you made in your life. Oh, for example, you've committed to doing engineering, and then you're halfway through it and you're realizing I really dislike this and I should have been a social worker, for example. And it's saying that the biggest battle of all seems to be you because you've married to an idea that doesn't make you happy, and it's giving up the idea of something that you thought would make you happy and going towards something that will make you happy. And there's a strong sense of destiny there. This is almost feeling like a lesson that you need to learn, that sometimes that which does not serve us, we need to let go. So there's that. In your potential outcome, you have the Eight of Earth. So, like just off the cuff with everything else that your cards are saying, there's um, finally taking chances and then being rewarded and feeling more fulfilled, is how I would say it. Feeling like, you know, that you're, once you make this big decision regarding your career or studies or whatever the case may be, I feel that once you make this decision, um, and get unstuck or unmarried to it, I feel then it's going to be this really, really huge relief. And then I think it brings you to yourself. I think it brings you to your full power, and that's when I think that things will start to change. Um, and I feel that you will embrace. It's really funny because the moon is here, and the moon symbolizes so many things. But in this particular case, you being the moon child, I just really feel that this is where you really start to embrace who you are as as a person, and I think that um, that's when you will find your true happiness. So it's a big decisions in the material world, I think is what I see. So just as a final little card to clarify, we have the Knight of Air, which is, um, you know, you being more idealistic, um, taking decisive action, um, getting ready to embrace the changes. I really believe that that's the route you're going to go. Then you're covered here with the Ten of Swords, the Empress, and the Ten of Cups. Now, it's unbelievable how these cards are flowing together so well. So the Ten of Swords tells me, in the position that I have it here, as your overall energy, is that you have been feeling quite frustrated, feeling a bit down. It's, being stuck in this world that you've been in has been, just really taking its toll. And like I said, you were so married and committed to this career decision, that you just couldn't see the forest for the trees. And even though it was making you unhappy, you felt like you had to do it. But what it's telling me with the Knight of Air here, saying that you are going to take some chances, I think then with the Empress and then the Queen of Cups over here, which is you, um, with the Empress card, I really feel that you are, um, going to be a much more happy. There's a lot of prosperity, contentment, fertility, which is a lot of growth in your life, and then to top it, you have the Ten of Cups, which is an absolutely beautiful outcome to have, and tells me that my apologies. Once you get past this little hurdle that you're in, I think you're going to be one very, very happy person. So, Moonchild, thank you for joining me. I hope that this resonates and helps. And as I said, if it did, please feel free to leave a comment and like, share, and subscribe. And I hope to see you back here again. Thank you so much and have a great day.